Hello everyone and welcome to my channel again. This is an introduction to Grow Home, a game that came out in 2015. It was developed by Ubisoft Reflection, which is, as far as I've noticed, their artsy little part of Ubisoft. Um, so Grow Home itself is a game of exploration, adventure exploration. There's a tiny bit of RPG element to it, mostly because you can upgrade Bud, which is the little robot that you control. So let's take a look at this right away. We will create a new game for the purpose of showing you guys what Grow Home is all about. So you start the game arriving on this planet, and your mission has a little botanist robot is to grow a plant, a space plant. And there you go. So little red bud, falling down, starting all the way on the surface, and this star plant that you need to grow is basically feeding off energy of those floating islands that we can see right now, all the way up there. I am just going to quickly change my controls. Invert, yes, invert, yes. Thank you. Perfect. So, throughout the game, you will need to go around and gather those little crystals of energy, I think, and there's 100 of them scattered throughout the landscape and throughout all these floating islands. They're collectibles, but the more you get of those, the more crystals that you find, and the stronger that you become. You will be able to jump higher. At some point, you're gonna get a jetpack too, which is quite fun. And the there is no weapons in that game. There's no enemies, basically, because your biggest enemy is yourself. You will quickly realize that Bud, walking around, is not very stable on his feet. He is quite the victim of gravity and of anything that goes with it. And also, the controls are a little bit interesting because the left and right triggers are actually grappling hooks for your arms, so you need to climb everything using the left and the right trigger, like I'm doing right now, pretty much. And when you get to a surface, well, you're happy, because that means that you actually got there without falling down. And the same goes with those crystals. You actually need to grab them with the triggers, and that's going to give you the crystal. You can also interact with the plants and the animals that you will find scattered around the land. But for right now, let's just keep going up. You will realize that it's quite a colorful world. They did choose to keep the environment. It's not, I don't want to use that term, but it's not the best graphics, as in you do see the polygons in all the forms and in the landscape, but I think it's definitely part of what this game is about. This game is not about great graphics. It's really about what you can do with what is in front of you, and you will quickly realize that there's more to it than just walking around and making a plant grow, especially if you like just exploring and going around and discover the secret of that world. Here's one of the item that you will find, and that is going to be of some use to you. It's a flower. It's a fall flower. Basically what it is it makes you not die if you jump down, because it's going to be like a little parachute thing. So I do want to get this little crystal. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, and I almost fell down. There you go. Poop. Water is going to be a killer for Bud, so be careful not to fall into the water. He can go into like shallow water, but as soon as it's going to be too deep, he's going to die. Be careful about that. So, here's one of the denizens of this planet, which is a sheep. Let's go on an adventure with the sheep. I'm going to bring him over here. One of the great things about that game is, well, one of the interesting thing to do is actually to go around and scan the animals and the plants of that game, and you do that using the telerouter. So where's my sheep? Ah, here it is. So I'm going to go get my sheep, which I don't think they're called sheep actually in Grow Home. I think, well, on this planet I think they're called something a little bit different. I don't quite remember what it is, but I think it's meep. But let's go. Put him in. Come on, bud. Come on, go in there. Yes, go. Put the sheep in the scanner. Yes. Et voila. So. Yes. Perfect. So let's go do what we're supposed to do. And what we're supposed to do is make this plant grow. And to do that, I'm gonna have to climb. I need to climb. Oh, might as well get that crystal. And keep climbing. Climb. And what you want to do is actually reach... What you want to do is actually reach that little branchy thing, a little stub with the red bud at the end, because that's how you will actually get to those floating islands. What you want to do right now, I need to connect 4 of those to the floating islands, like it's saying on the left side. So we're gonna do that right away. We're gonna connect this one to the first one. That's gonna be rather easy because it's right there. Et voila, boom. So, one plant, and it grows a little bit. There you go. And let's go see what's on top of that. There's more of those parachute flowers, always useful. Let's grab one. And whoop. Now let's go to another bud. And whoop. Hey, wow. That made me jump very high. So I want to go on this one. Sometimes the best trick is to fall down and a nut. Ooh, wow, okay. Well, I should have grabbed that one. I didn't. That was a big mistake. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna go back up there and and just get that plant connected. Et voila. Et voila. Plant number 2. No. Bud number 2. Connected. And might as well go see what's up there. This game is rather simple in its in the gameplay and in what you have to do. And it's not a game. I've done it completely. It's not a game that is going to keep you busy for like 20 hours or 30 hours. I actually don't know how much time I've spent on that game to complete it at 100%. But I just enjoyed every second of it, because you do whatever you want. There is no stress whatsoever. If you just feel like all of a sudden falling down back to hurt, and just, you know, back on the ground, well, it's up to you. You can do it, and worst case scenario, you're gonna crash down and you're gonna have to restart. You can't just try and hunt all the crystals as much as you can. You can try and scan and find all the plants and all the animals. There's not a lot of them. It doesn't take forever. It's not a silly, impossible, or too long or frustrating quest to do. It's actually quite fun. You just need to be curious and want to explore, which is to me, which is what this game is really all about: exploring. Here, there's another Telerouter. There's gonna be I don't remember exactly, like half a dozen or maybe like 10 of those Telerouter, all like everywhere, all a bit everywhere on the floating islands. They're good because you can teleport from one to the other super easily by doing that, by opening them. There you go. So if I want, I can just go in there and just, you know, go back to the beginning. Let's say this one. There we go. And now I'm back at the beginning. And, you know, I can see, well, I'm a little bit too far for that now, but I can see what my plant looks like so far. It's very small right now. The music is quite fun in this game, I must say. It's pretty fitting, and the little noises that Bud makes once in a while are, I must admit, very cute. He's quite the adorable little robot, and you will get attached to him if you like the game, of course. But yes, I did get quite attached to my little Bud robot. And here it is. So that's a simple go-through introduction to Grow Home. If you like an easy, simple-ish, just relaxing game, I would definitely try this game out, especially if you like growing plants. That's a bonus. You will, in that case, love playing Grow Home. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you next time.